is Edward Anthony, and I'm competing in the Congressional App Challenge under New York's 12th Congressional District with my app, STEMScholars.ai. So, what is the problem? The problem is that many students in high school, middle school, and elementary school around the nation and in my home city of New York have unequal access to STEM educational materials and opportunities. Disparity in STEM education is a problem affecting tens of thousands of students because interested students don't have a clear pathway to getting involved in these educational materials that they really want to. So, what is my solution? I decided to create STEMScholars.ai to address these inequalities in STEM through gamifying STEM topics into easy-to-understand challenges and empowering students with a source for all their questions and inquiries related to STEM, providing assistance with any topic they might need. The tech stack I decided to use for the app was Flutter for the framework development, which allowed me to use the Dart language to code all the functionality and UI that the app uses, Gemini AI, which was the API handler that I used to call for all the AI functions in the app, and Firebase, which I use for database collection and data storage and retrieval when the app needs it. Some of the code I ended up using in this app were these two, which were most important in my opinion, which were the AI quiz generator, which allows students to pick any topic that they wanted and generate a quiz in a couple seconds for them to test themselves on. Along with this, there's also a single page application for an article, which allows students to actually look at articles and read topics that they're actually interested in, allowing them to also generate AI-generated articles that teach them on whatever topics they request. As users log into the app, they will see a variety of actions for them to partake in. First off, we'll start with the quick actions. We can see here that there's a level banner at the top that states what level the user is and how much XP they need to move on to the next. They can gain XP by completing questions and answering them correctly. Below this, there's the AI chat, the AI quiz, and the articles. The AI chatbot allows users to ask questions and get a response within a few seconds that gives them a detailed summary of what they were searching for. So we'll ask it a question now. As you can see here, the app has made a response to the user. The app sends an API request to the Gemini API server, which then returns a response of the user's question, and they will get a response displayed here in the app where they can read and then ask more questions in case they want to learn more. After that is the AI quiz, which allows students to pick up to 7 topics to answer questions. There are topics such as STEM, and they can set the difficulty band and a number of questions. There are also articles for the user to read. Looking here, we can see there's 3 sections: electronics, robotics, and programming. Users can also generate their own questions and request them through the Gemini API. After this, there are 3 learning paths for users to explore: robotics, electronics, and software development. We'll start with robotics. When users click on the button, they will then be transported to a section where they can practice questions based on the topic. So here we see the question: what is a term for a robot's ability to perceive its environment? Users will have 50 questions to answer, and they will try and get as many of them as they can correct. If they need help, they'll also use the light bulb at the bottom, which is a hint prompt, to ask help from the API. Once the AI gives a response of a hint, it will allow them 3 chances to try and solve the question for themselves before it actually gives them the answer. So let's say I have a student that wants to study goal, and I want to set one in programming. I can set a question for solve 5 program questions. And here I can write a description of what I want to achieve. Solve 5 hard questions. You can then add the goal, which you can see here is displayed in the home base, which users can then delete or edit or mark off as completed. Thank you for watching.